Where did I derive from? Beyond my mother's womb. I was born in a little town in Michigan called Jackson. Grew up in the suburbs outside of Phoenix, Arizona. Lived in Austin, Texas for 3 years, and now Brooklyn, New York has been my home for the last 16 plus. I used to be an illustrator and designer. That's what actually got me to New York in early 2001, but since then I've been working primarily in film. Absolutely. This is I have no ties to North Carolina other than the Cucalorus Film Festival, and I've been coming here for 10 years now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else?
I think I've always been passionate about film, and I had an opportunity. I did go to film school, but it wasn't really the right fit at that moment in my life. But I've been working in film starting as a film journalist. Been writing about film for about 15 years. Starting with the now defunct Premiere magazine, but I've been writing for Village Voice and Vice, Vanity Fair.
See what's in them.
I think the internet is the greatest and worst thing to happen to anybody who makes anything. And beyond print media, I think physical media is incredibly important, and that's also why I own one of the last remaining video stores in New York City, and that's certainly a dinosaur industry. I think a lot of people assume that Los Angeles and New York and big metropolitan areas are the only places to have a thriving industry. But what I really like about Wilmington, and I think it definitely dovetails nicely with Cucalorus, is it feels like such a close-knit community. And just as the festival is not competitive, I feel like everybody who's working in film here knows everybody, they're working with each other, they're helping each other, and you get that sense of community in Wilmington.
Nice.
I think, last year when it was announced at Cucalorus about the grant program, I thought that was really exciting. I know it's very difficult from state to state, trying to lure people in, say, hey, come here, we've got great talent, great crew, great locations. And sometimes it just comes down to what sort of tax break, what kind of fiscal advantage there would be, and I think it's just getting the word out there. I mean, I really think the film festival does a large part of that by bringing in so many filmmakers from all over the world. But I think that's it. It's so hard to get anyone's attention these days, and just expanding the outreach so people know that Wilmington is a shining gem. I think New York, they're just two entirely different animals. Wilmington, because it's geographically, more concentrated. I think it's easier here for people to develop that sense of community and be working together. Whereas Brooklyn, sometimes everyone is an island. Everyone is
it's a
torn.
bit like Los Angeles. So Los Angeles, you've got to have a car. So you never meet people. You can't meet, it's hard to meet groups of people.
I have to come to Wilmington to see my friends who live less than a mile from me in Brooklyn because everyone's just so busy, and film festivals are a great way to reconnect to those people.